Hello Lux Gang, it's Marie, owner of LuxMarieBeautyBar. On this page we'll be doing natural hair, weaves, makeup, nails, and hopefully some vlogs. Y'all already know the vibes. It's pressed by BRANDI. It don't move. It won't move. It can't move. And it does come with a remover, so make sure you get the pressed by BRANDI set. We also have a melt spray, so cop that too. Make sure to shop the link. Hey Lux Gang, get into this makeup look with me. Stay tuned till the end if you want to see how it came out. I actually fell in love with the makeup, no makeup look, and it's really been eating down. So let's get into something really quick. I had to do a promotion video for Pressed by BRANDI, so I needed to do my makeup and get a little cute. So first I'm going to start off with some LuxMarieBeautyBar skincare facial spray. We're going to use that, and then I'm going to be going in with my Milk primer. This is my favorite primer. It has like a grip technology on it, so when you apply your foundation and your concealers, you are able to get the highest hold. If there is a better primer out there, please comment down below and let me know, but this is my go-to. It has been for a few years. I'll go ahead and spend that $30-40 for this bottle, baby. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a foundation brush and just spread out that primer. I hate using my fingers because sometimes my fingers are really oily and it defeats the purpose of the primer. I am going to go in with my concealer shade, Fawn by LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm just going to go around my eyebrows and make sure I clean them up. I did use Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown, and just did the shape that I really wanted. For the most part, I have hair on my eyebrows. My hair is just not as thick, so I just fill in my eyebrows where I feel like necessary for the look that I'm going for. Then I'm going to take a concealer brush and just blend out that concealer and blend it down to my eyelids. I usually find that blending out the concealer, it helps for a smoother palette for when I lay down my foundation, and it helps to blend out the concealer for my eyelids when I do my eyeshadows. I think next I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation in the shade 310. I did just get color matched a few weeks ago. If you guys do makeup, you would know that you have two different shades. Have a shade in the summertime, of course, because the sun is out. If you're out more, you get a little bit darker, and then you have a wintertime shade. So right now that I am in the middle of winter and summer, my shades are, it's kind of weird. Like I have to mix two foundations to make my perfect shade. So right now, what I was color matched with at Sephora, it is my winter shade when I am my lightest. However, I would have wished that she would have actually listened to me and gave me a foundation that had an orange undertone more than a yellow, because I don't like the yellow undertone. That's only if I'm not going outside at all, working from home or something of that sort. Other than that, I am more of like a caramel girl, and I have a red and an orange undertone. As you can see on my eyelids, my undertone is red. If anything, closer to an orange if they don't have a color that's red based, but it's okay because I have other foundation shades that I mix with it to, make it a little bit darker. In the comments, please tell me if you think my foundation is too yellow for my skin tone. There is no filter on this video, so this is my true skin tone when I started the video. Please let me know if you think the shade is too light, or if you think it's too dark, or if you think it's perfect. In this video, I will be layering my products, my foundation, my concealer, my contour powder, everything needed for the makeup look. And it will bronze my face a little bit more, so you'll notice that it'll come back to my actual skin tone once I contour my face and add my bronzer and my blush. And yeah, we're gonna get there. I'm usually not a foundation brush girly. I love the brush to apply my foundation or spread it out. I am a puff girly. I love me a good puff. So I went ahead and damped my puff with warm water. Make sure I squeezed out all of the excess water. And then I'm going to blend out my foundation. And as you can see, it's giving skin. When I just use a brush, I feel like I don't know if it's because of the brand of the brush. It's a Real Techniques brush. I'm not sure what it is, but I can see the foundation on my skin, and I don't like that. I usually use my beauty blender so I can blend out, and so the makeup can kind of, sink into my pores a little bit, or at least even out to where it's a thin layer and not like a super thick layer of foundation on my face. Because I really hate that. I hate a cakey look. So after I am done applying my foundation with my brush, I go in with my beauty blender and just blend out everything. From there, I will be using my concealer shade, LA Girl Pro Conceal, in the shade Light Ivory, right under my eyes, just so I can lighten up my eye palette a little bit. The look that I'm going for today will be more on the natural side. It will be shades of brown. And then on my eyelid, I did use like an off-white shimmery kind of color. I'm going to conceal in the areas where the light hits my face. So right on my chin, on my forehead, between my eyebrows. And I only put a little bit there in that little area that you see, just so I'm not overusing product that's unnecessary. So right there in between the eyebrows, all the way down my nose, just to, give that snatched effect. And I'm going to use the tip of my beauty blender just to blend out on my nose concealer. From there, I will bring that concealer up to my forehead, just in a little round shape, and then go ahead and blend out under my eye. As you can see, I only use a little bit of concealer right under my eye. I don't go out to the sides. The point of makeup is to make your face look oval shaped. It's not to elongate your face, to make your face look rounder. That's not what I go for when I'm doing my makeup. The shape is oval, not circle. So I love my heart-shaped face, so that's what I go for. I do take a little bit of that concealer and I bring it onto my eyelids, just because I will be doing light eyeshadow today. So I'm just gonna blend that up to my eyes, blend it out. As you see, I do bring it to the side of my eye a little bit, but I'm not applying concealer over there because it's just too much for my face. From there, I will be using LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Toffee for my contour. As you can see, when I apply it on my face, it is a little bit light, and I'm not sure if it's because the lighting. I had 2 ring lights on me, so I'm not sure if it was because of the ring light. However, you'll see how it deepens in color as I blend it out. It's not that light actually on my skin tone. It shows up, pretty dark. So we're just gonna see how that blends out here. On both sides of my cheek, blend that up. And then, of course, you did see right on the bridge of my nose where I use my concealer. I'm going to contour right around my concealer just to give that snatch nose effect. And I do this all the time with every makeup look. If you want a snatch nose, it's not because I don't like my nose. I love my nose. However, when I wear makeup, baby, we about to be snatched to the gods, okay? So I'm just going to use my contour brush in wispy motions. It may look like I'm pressing on my face kind of hard, but I'm not. I'm using the very tip of the brush and just wisping it on my face just to blend out that concealer. And as you can see, it is a little dark. It's bronzy, and that's what I like for my face tone, just because I like a red and an orange undertone. So this concealer shade is perfect for bronzing my face a bit. Here we go. I'm just going to use a smaller brush and blend it out, pulling it up to my eyebrow bone, right where my eyebrows start, just so it can set the tone for my eyeshadow. I guess I felt like I needed a little bit more blending on that side. Nope, I need more product on that side. It's coming. So we're going to add a little bit more product because it wasn't giving the girl what it needed to give, okay? And when it comes to my makeup lights, I have noticed when I am doing my makeup in a mirror, I need to have one ring light on one side of my face and another ring light on one side of my face. I cannot have one ring light in front of me because, honey, I'm gonna have to keep turning my face on both sides to see the shade and how it's coming out, and I don't like that. If I have the light directly in front of me, it make it seem like one side of my face has more contour than the other side or something. I don't like it. I don't like it. So next, I am going in with my e.l.f. palette, my contour palette. I got this a couple years ago, but it's my go-to, baby, and I love it. I am going to use the darker shade in the palette, and throughout this video, I will try to add some pictures of the products that I am using so you can see what shade and what palette I'm using as well. So I'm just going in with my darker contour shade in this palette. There is 4 shades in the palette, which is Chef Kiss. You have a darker contour shade, you have a medium shade just to blend out between your contour and your concealer, under eye concealer. And then there's 2 more shades where you can set, and then there's another shade that you can use where it's like a shimmery type of color. You can use it for your highlight, or you can use it on your eyelid. Today I did use that on my eyelid. So I love this palette. I'll be going in on my cheekbones, on my nose bridge, right on the sides, just to snatch that up. And then I do have a double chin going on right now. So I am going to use that contour palette as well, and just etch out the bottom of my chin to get that double chin, you know, gone. I don't know. I really think when I was a kid, I got hit in the face or something because my nose, like when I'm recording myself doing makeup, my nose always look uneven. Like, I don't know what it is, but when I don't have on makeup, my nose does not look uneven. It's really weird. Like, does anybody have this problem while they're doing their makeup? Because I don't know. I don't see it on a normal when I don't have on makeup. However, next I will be feeling like my lips is a little dry. So before I apply my Carmex for my lipstick a little bit later down in the video, I will be lining my lips using my Nika K New York Auto Lip Liner in the shade Choco. CHOCO. I'm gonna be lining my lips, and then from there I will be applying some Carmex, boo, because my lips are feeling a little dry. We ain't got time for that. So went ahead and moisturized our lips. Now we're gonna jump back into this makeup look. And usually I make sure to moisturize my lips before I start my makeup. But when I apply my foundation, sometimes they get on my lips and I don't want my Carmex to get on my beauty blender because it's oily. And then if I make a mistake and put it on my face, then I have oil blotches on my face. I just make sure that I put all of my foundation on first, and then I go ahead and apply my moisturizer to my lips. Next, I will be using my loose face powder by Airspun in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. I love this shade because it has a little bit of an ivory, kind of like a light brown shade. So it's not white, it's not yellow, it's not orange based. It just blends with my skin tone, and I found it to blend out on darker skin tones as well. I do not bake anymore when I'm doing a makeup, no makeup look. I'm really just setting my concealer. So that's what I'm doing today. I will not be baking. Just gonna apply a little bit of the face powder and then blend it out with my Fenty powder brush, which is my favorite powder brush. My wife got it for me for my birthday, and thank you, baby, because yeah. Here you'll notice I'm gonna take my beauty blender to apply my face powder under my eyes and also on my cheeks to define my contour. I found that this look came from the drag queens. It helps to really make your contour pop, and thank you, babies, because the makeup be eating down, okay? This is something that not everybody does. Everybody doesn't, etch out the separation from the contour and, just setting your face. However, I do, because on certain looks, I love for my contour to pop. It be given. I'm also going to use that face powder to set my smile lines. In the crease of my nose, I tend to get oily, or sometimes, depending on the weather, my skin would dry out in that area. So I try to set my smile lines and all of my creases in the middle of my face, and then I also bring down that powder to my neck just to set the foundation. I was wearing a white shirt. I know it sounds crazy wearing makeup, white shirt, whatever. But my makeup be staying where it's supposed to stay. So as long as you're using the right setting powder, you're using the correct primer, Baby, your makeup not going nowhere. You can hug everybody in the set with a white shirt on. And you won't be leaving evidence, okay? Here, bitch, I am on the phone with my sister. So I'm about to be cackling a little bit because my niece was taking her clothes out the closet. This girl telling me she about to put a lock on her closet because when I come, I'm not allowed to go in her closet. Girl, I'm your little sister. What is you talking about? I'm supposed to take your shit. But your daughter, that's different because she's more than half your age. So, yeah, we wear the same size, honey. Get into it. Next, I am going to use my blush brush. And I am going in with my favorite blush of all time. My Tarte Party. Party. It's my favorite. I got it as a birthday present from Sephora. And it's taken me forever to use it because it's so pigmented. But it's my favorite blush right now. I do have another blush color that I use. It's not an actual blush. It's a it's an eyeshadow color from a Juvia's Place palette. Hands down, actual blush. This party one from Tarte gets it. Okay. So I'm just going in between my blush brush and my powder brush and just blending out everything, making sure everything is set. And I also set my eyelids so I can come in with my eyeshadow shades. So I use my face powder from Airspun to set my eyelids just with a light set. I did not bake today, so. Next, I will be going in with my face powder in the shade 355 Coconut from Maybelline Fit Me. It's a matte and poreless powder, and I really love it. I actually just got it. It's for normal to oily skin, and it does come with a sponge and a mirror in the back, so I love that as well. I did have a mirror in front of me, so I didn't need that. This is you're going to the club, and if you get a little bit sweaty or something like that, bring this little palette with you just so you can touch up your skin. Under your eyes, if you happen to cry or something like that, you can use this powder to, you know, get you back right, get you together. And for the most part, when I go out, if I'm wearing makeup, I always have a beauty blender, or I have my setting powder, like my face powder in the color of my shade, so I can set my face while I'm out if anything happened. It rains, whatever. And I am going to drown myself in this 24-hour Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray. It says up to 16-hour wear, baby. It gives me 24. You heard? It's temperature control, it's lightweight, and it lasts up to 16 hours. This shit is amazing, okay? By Scandinavia. Thank you, baby. We thank you. We thank you. Because, Urban Decay is going to get you right, okay? Now, I am going to go in with my Afrique by Juvia's Place palette. The eyeshadows that I will be using is Kissy. I'm going to be using that light brown shade to set. That's going to be my transition shade on my eyelid. I'm going to do that on both eyelids. This is my natural go-to shade if I don't want to put on actual like makeup, a full beat that day. This is the shade that I use on my eyelid. Foundation, concealer, contour. Tap a little bit of that, highlight, spray, and we on our way. That is my go-to. I love Kissy. From there, I will be using the shade Cameroon, and that will go in my crease just to add a little bit more definition to the eyelid look. As you can see on that brush, the shade is a little bit darker. It has a little bit of an orange undertone to it, and it just makes that middle part of the eyelid pop when I put it in my crease area. And then I will bring it down to my eyelid just a little bit, almost like a partial C, just blending it out. And sometimes while I'm doing my makeup, angles matter. So you'll see I sit back, look in my mirror, turn my face, just so I can see where the shade is blotchy, or if I need to add more, if it's more color in one area than another. Angles matter when it comes to makeup, honey. So make sure you're sitting back, you get a little bit closer, turn your face, do whatever you have to do to make sure that everything is even from one side of the face to the other. Just gonna go back in, add a little bit of product on my brush, and just blend out. You can always add more product, but you cannot take away. As I am working on my eye, I take my time with building up the product because I can't take away the product. I can only add on to it. So if it takes you 4 or 5 dips into your palette, then so be it. At least it's not one big dip that you have to remove all of the makeup off your face. Next, I will be going in to touch up. I feel like I'm kind of losing my eyebrows a little bit from the foundation, evening out the powder, concealer, all of that jazz. So I'm just going to go back in and touch up my eyebrows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills and my favorite eyeliner brush. And then the dip brow pomade is in the shade dark brown. I use a spoolie to even out the front part of my eyebrows, but lately I haven't been having to use a spoolie. As many times as I've done my own makeup, I know how I like my eyebrows to look. So when it comes to the end wing part of my eyebrows, I press a little bit harder because I want more of the shade to go onto my eye. When I'm touching the front of my eyebrows, I'm really just pressing very lightly and just touching the hair just to add a little bit of shade, but not necessarily, pressing down hard to add color to the beginning of my eyebrows. So I use that brush to blend out as well. And if you guys would like me to, please let me know down below in the comments if you would like a brow tutorial. For the most part, it is very straightforward. I can definitely get that video out quick, so you guys just let me know down in the comments. And if you have seen something that you could have did this different or you could have used this shade, please let me know in the comments down below. It's really helpful when you guys comment, like, subscribe, just so I can get more videos to you guys. And if you do like my content, make sure you hit the notification bell just so you can get an update of when I upload videos. I will try to do at least 1 to 2 videos a week. However, right now with the timing and life be lifing, it is so hard to manage my time. And editing takes up a lot of time for me. So depending on the content, I could get 2 to 3 videos to you guys a week. Just gonna go in my e.l.f. contour shade, and I'm gonna be using that ivory color just to put on my eyelid. Just keep it real simmered down. And then the same shade that I use for my contour out of that e.l.f. palette, I am going to be using that on my eyelid at the end just to deepen that brown color on my lid right now. And then I'm also going to take that shade and use it under my eye as an under eye shade just to darken and make the look a little bit more sultry. And I can't really give a name to the shade because there's no names in the palette. It's just there's 4 shades in the palette and it's the darkest shade. When I edit the video, I'll try to attach some photos within just so you guys can see what shade I'm talking about. I'm just going to blend that out in my crease, that dark brown. And yes, sometimes makeup is, well, you already put a color there. Why are you putting another color? Because layers matter. The definition and how you layer your colors, it matters. Clap, clap, period. That's how I know I'm getting to the end of my makeup look. Don't talk shit about me because y'all see that shower cap. Girl, my bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer in the whole world. I had another bronzer, but it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. But this bronzer right here, oh my gosh, I dropped the damn palette. I think while we were moving, the movers dropped my makeup bin and this cracked and the freaking bronzer went everywhere. So every time I open the palette, the makeup girlies that get it. The ones that don't. We all know the alcohol trick to get your palette the hell back to where it's supposed to be. No, baby, that shit did not work. If anything, my shit, it ended up like like garlic powder. It's horrible. My shit is everywhere, man. It's by BC. It's called Super Glow, which is my initials. So that's probably why I broke too. But anyway, then I'm going to go in and set my face once again. Like I said, this 24-hour Urban Decay all-nighter spray is amazing, okay? So I'm just going to let that dry down. And of course, I did set my face before I put on my eyeshadow and after because we need to set the shadow as well. Next, I'm going to go in with my lashes, literally pop them on because that's what we do. We pop on lashes, okay? And yes, I am using a bonding glue. I wasn't planning on taking them off. So that's that. As long as you know what you're doing when you put your lashes on and off. I've been using this glue for over 10 years. and have not had a problem. As long as you're not getting it in your eye, as long as you're not over applying so it spreads everywhere and get into your eye, then you're fine. And just make sure when you're removing your lashes, if you use this bonding glue, make sure you put baby oil or just get a little bit of water or a Q-tip and just touch the base of your lids, get it a little bit wet, and then pull them right off. Baby, you're not losing no lashes, I promise. You just can't pull your lashes off while it's dry. That's when you're gonna snatch out some lashes. So as you can see, when I apply my lashes, I squeeze them together. It doesn't matter how long my nails are. I am squeezing my lashes together because if I don't, they're falling off and I don't have time for that. I'm going to let my glue get tacky, apply the lash, wait about 3 to 5 seconds, and then I'm going to squeeze them together. When I squeeze them together, I also push them up. When I see the girls that are wearing lashes and their lashes are straight out but they're curly lashes, it irks my nerve so hard. And when you wear your lashes, you don't want your lashes to just be sitting on your lash bed. You want it to be sitting and curl. Like it needs to look like it's your lashes coming out of your eyelid, like your mother and your father gave it to you, okay? Like you did not pay for them, bookie boo. All right? So we don't play that over here with the lashes. Make sure you let your glue get tacky. Tack that thing on. Squeeze it together and push up. Just push it up so you can get that C curve in your lashes. If you guys can see right there, a little bit of lash glue did get on my eyelid. So what I will do, I think I did it off camera, allow that glue to dry. If this happens to you, do not touch that glue. Allow it to completely dry. After, you can take a tweezer or you can take a clean spoolie brush and just lift it up and it'll come right off. But if you touch that glue, your eye makeup is done for, especially when it's wet. So you'll see while I'm pushing up the lash, I'm barely touching that glue. I'm just going to let it dry. Just let it sit there and dry. Girl, I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm like, what's you talking about? She's talking about she going to put a lock on her closet. I said, girl, you got me fucked up. I'm going to go in there if I want to. So just allowing it to dry down. And I do have a mirror sitting in front of me. That's why I'm bending down to my mirror. I was trying not to pull the mirror back so it doesn't get in my camera view. But I'm going to start using a little mirror just so, you know, I can stay in frame. Okay. So this shade right here, I'm going in with that darker contour shade. And I'm just going to put that under my eye just to make it a bit of a sultry look. To you guys on camera, you can't see it as much, but it was really pretty. It's a dark brown shade. You have to layer it in order for the shade to really, you know, pop. But I didn't want to put too much. I just wanted to set my under eye concealer right up under my eyelid where my waterline is. Very pretty. I'm going to be going in with my Fancy Beauty in the shade Trophy Wife, my freestyle highlighter. Oh, baby. When I tell you the girls be eating down on this, they be like, what highlighter is that? Baby, Trophy Wife. Because she's a trophy wife. Purr. Get into it. So I make sure to put that on the bridge of my nose, on the very tip of my nose, my cheeks, and my eyebrow arch, right up under the arch. Because these are places where when I take pictures, if I go out and it's a little dark and like some light hit my face, that's where the light is going, okay? So now I'm going to go back in with my blush brush and I am going to blend out that highlight with the blush just so it can kind of settle it down a little bit. And yes, I do blush my nose as well. I have days where I'll take my blush and go across my whole cheek and on top of my nose, but this was not the look today. Again, we are going to set with that all-nighter spray. Yes, makeup is eating down. I need a facial. Real bad. So here, I just attached this little part. I was done doing my wig, installing and styling. I just needed to go in with my concealer just to outline my parting space so it can match with my foundation for the day. So this is the finished look. Child, I had to take my shirt off because the bitch was hot. Okay. That's that. But yes, I didn't pull the wig down in the back. I should have pulled the wig down in the back, but Oh, baby, when I tell you the Press by Brandy had me pressed, because, girl, my head, it was on my head, and I could tell it wasn't going nowhere, okay? But, yes, the makeup is eating down. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you follow, baby. Make sure you follow because we're coming with more. We're definitely coming with more so we can eat the girls up and teach the girls, okay? Yes, Makeup Look is eating. Make sure you guys follow me on all of my other social media sites. They're trying to ban TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. However, go follow me over there until they decide to do that. Love you guys. It feels so good to be back on YouTube. It's been a while. And I'm so excited to have brought this makeup video. Love you. Bye.